good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life.
Hey there everybody, it's RVA Hiker Girl, and today I wanted to talk with you about my first impressions of this near zero 3-person tent. I am at the beautiful Bugs Island Lake down at County Line Campground in North Carolina, and this is a very active campground, so you're going to probably see and hear boats going by as well as other campers that are camping on both sides of me. Anyway, I have been testing out this tent for the last 3 days on this camping trip, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this company and this tent. So Near Zero is an American company based out of Arizona, which I love products that are made in the USA and love to support those small cottage brands such as this company. This is a 3-person tent and it retails for $289, which is amazing for a 3-person tent. And there's a boat going by. And they also make a 2-person tent, and I believe that one retails for $239. So this tent, 4 pounds and 11 ounces, so you can use it for camping, but this actually is a little bit lighter than my REI 3-person half dome tent that I take out. That's like 5 pounds, and Jaybird and I split the weight. I'll carry the fly and he'll carry the tent and the stakes, vice versa, and we split the weight so the weight isn't that big of a deal for a backpacking tent. So definitely I can take this one and do the same thing, and it's going to weigh even a little bit less. Why don't I go out and buy a duplex from Z-Packs? Because of budget. $289 for this tent. I don't want to spend $700 on a tent, right? I'm a budget girl, and if I can bring and show you gear and me use gear that's budget friendly to be more affordable so everybody can get outside, I'm gonna do it. All right, so about this tent. So red on the bathtub and black, and then the top part is gray. Now there is a ground sheet that is $35. And that is underneath of the tent, and as you can see there are 3 mattresses in the tent. I have my 2 big Agnes's and one of the Near Zero sleeping mats in the center, so definitely enough room for 3 people, and there's still room on both sides at the end and at the top. So if you wanted to push those mattresses up and then put your backpacks down in the bottom, I mean, perfect. Also, like if you had a pup, you know, or a couple of puppies and you wanted to put them in between, you could do that too. So lots of room, or just 2 people and then put gear and have room to move around and change. Anyway, let's dig a little closer and I'll show you more about this tent. All right, so as you can see, nice big door, and you can see out the other side. And this is a frame tent, so no hiking poles are needed. And I'll show you what it looks like with the fly off and with the fly on, as I've had it out here for 3 days. So I've had some killer sunsets and views from this tent. And the doors basically stay back with 2 of these toggle clips, and so does the fly. It zips, and right here it toggles out. You have ventilation. You can see the bugs. That shows you I'm really using this tent, all the gnats that are out here, but that is ventilation. And of course you can pull out the sides for greater ventilation. And one tip that I usually do, I didn't do it for this trip, is I usually get a Y-shaped stick and I put right here, and what that does is it pulls out the ventilation even more. And basically the rain fly snaps down right here. It snaps right into these little snaps, and that's what holds it on nice and tight. And to the inside, you can see how much headroom that I had mentioned, and foot room in here. And there are pockets up at the top right there and down at the bottom. All right, let me get in this tent. I'm at a little bit of a slope, but see how much room you have? And you can sit up. I still have headroom right here. So I probably have a good 4 inches of headroom here. And I am 5'6". Let me get all the way down. All right, my feet are touching the bottom. I can barely touch the top if I stretch completely out. So yeah, and I actually had some lights strung up because if you guys ever watch my videos, you know I love to put lights in a tent. And this tent lights up great. I'll insert some footage of what it looks like all lit up. From inside the tent, you can see what it looks like. And the view from inside this tent is pretty darn nice. That is the sunset location where I have filmed some great footage of great sunsets from this view. But yeah, pocket storage up top, more pockets down here, and also on this side as well, got the pockets. And there's also one up top that you can put stuff in as well. You can hang a light from here if you want, and another pocket. Whoops, let's see, you get in from the side. But yeah, nice, spacious, and roomy tent, which I love. I love my space in a tent. And first impressions are pretty darn good. All right, had to take a little break for that boat to go by so you could actually hear me. So one of the things about tents that drive me crazy is the zipper test. So I'm going to see if I can close it with one hand. So there's 2 zippers, one that goes along the arc, and I'm slipping and sliding on these mattresses, and one along the bottom. So as you can see, you can do that with one hand because I'm holding my tripod and this camera with the other hand. And you can see kind of what that does. I thought the black would be kind of dark. It looks a little bit dark from the outside, but when you're on the inside, it really doesn't block any of the light. So I'm really impressed by that. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you with this tent. These are my first impressions. It's not a review because I haven't used it enough to give you a review, but everything that I have seen in this tent, and I have quite a few tents, it looks like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this tent, and I really like its design. I'll insert some footage of with the fly off so you can see what that looks like, because I prefer having the fly off so I can look up at the stars at night. And yeah, it just allows more breeze to come in when the warmer months come here. And let's see, it is April, so yeah, the warmer weather is coming. And yeah, so I really like the ease of the setup with this. And yeah, overall first impressions is I recommend it for right now. I will come back and give you guys a review, a longer term review, once I've had more time to use it. But for now, she's good. So anyway, I will drop the link below to nearzero.com, so you'll have something you can go click on. I'm not affiliated with this company, and I'm not getting paid to tell you about this tent. It's just I like to bring you guys affordable gear whenever I find it. And this is definitely one of those pieces of equipment that I wanted to share with you. Anyway, let me know what you think about this tent, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Until then, bye-bye.